This is the start of a new era.
In the pit lane with the clock ticking, we have to react quickly.
Having a new manufacturer from China, the first time they've gone motor racing, is a really exciting goal.
We're all working for one goal.
We do have a lot of expectations from the customer, from the media.
If it was easy, we wouldn't want to do it.
We don't have a number one or a number two.
The dark horse can rise.
Every championship is important for Lynk Co.
So many things can happen. We have to get all the points we can.
I never lost faith in myself. I know what I can achieve.
My time will come. When I'm in the car, I'm a fighter, I'm a dog. We are like a really tight family.
The season is not over until the last race, the last corner, and the checkered flag falls. We win together and we lose together.
Welcome to Marrakech in Morocco. It's the first race weekend of the 2019 FIA WTCR.
Having a new manufacturer from China, the first time they've gone motor racing, is a really ambitious, very exciting goal.
A lot of people in the team and a lot of mechanics and a lot of the drivers are new, so it's really starting from scratch.
The lineup of the team is fantastic. 4 good drivers, with Andy and myself, experienced drivers. Ted is midway, and a young gun with Jan.
The season is underway. Guerrieri with Ted Björk, the 2017 World Touring Car Champion alongside. Björk trying to go the long way round the outside. Nesta Girolami and Andy Priaulx already rubbing door mirrors. Behind is Gabriele Tarquini's Hyundai. They're 2x2x2. And Guerrieri has the advantage over Ted Björk. Ted Björk, second place. That's an important first race for him, for Cyan Racing and for Lynk Co. on their debut with a brand new car.
First race, first qualifying. It's better than I could have dreamed of.
For sure my teammates are top level of touring car drivers. I can take an advantage of their experience.
Gabriele Tarquini wins race 2 in Marrakech. Yann Lochet in third place, first podium of the season. An impressive performance with a car. Final race of the opening race weekend of the 2019 WTCR Touring Car World Cup. Barmuller leads from Ted Björk. Dreadful start from Vervish. He's trying to hold off Montero for third.
There is something strange on the front. Not much we can do.
Hot air and Ivan drifts out wide. Ted Björk is the race leader. The checkered flag is out. Björk claims victory. Lynk Co win on their debut weekend. The first world stage win for a Chinese manufacturer. Well, high fives for the whole team.
Unbelievable, right? Tension, it was unbelievable. And then to get out and celebrate with the team, with Lynk Co, and it was fantastic. You couldn't have written the story better.
My role is to feel the moment and do your best and build the team together. And I mean, if you have that openness with the mechanics and engineers, they come to you and there's something, and you know you can rely on them.
He's the team manager, he's managing everything.
When he's on the race weekend, he's on a mission.
I lead by more example, and we try to do it together as a team. I mean, every win is a win for the team.
A grey and overcast but still dry Hungaroring. Ivan Muller for Lynk Co, lying in second position. Very, very good start from Ivan Muller from the outside of the front row. He's going to have a good lunge down the inside. Little contact with Girolami, who gets the door closed very quickly. So Lochet was fourth, and that car's not going to make it round, is it? Ivan Muller in second place.
Me too. Good job, very good job.
Race 2, sometimes, the circumstances around you, it come a light rainfall, the track was greasy, and it just like the circumstances kicked off and everybody drove like they were crazy.
The track is very slippery, Richard. This is carnage. Look at Ascona going the long way around the outside. Gets turned around, gets back on the grass is Björk. Whoa, Ascona sideways into the chicane. Farfus jumps it. Half the field will jump the chicane. This is a lot more slippery than they anticipated, I think.
Guys, I'm coming in. You have the car. I broke it.
He just smashed the rear. It broke the wheel in two pieces, so it was a huge impact, and then he pushed me sideways.
Very well done, Ivan. P6, P6.
A really tough race for us. We had 3 cars retiring from the race. The main focus when the cars come in is just you talk with the crew that's going to work on the car, you set up the goals for them. You have 4 minutes to get the car out.
Jan Erloche in 3rd place.
It's a good reward for the boys, for everybody from Cyan Racing and Lynk Co, because we had some tough racing. We are on the podium of the main race, which is quite a big thing, good points.
I knew before to come here it would be tough. We have 97% of power, and here is the first time of the season we put 6 gear.
Once you get onto the track, you need to shuffle back, so it'll be Ivan, Jan, Andy, you at the back.
Yep. Our responsibility is to work with the driver to maximise the performance of him and the vehicle.
New front tyres, please. Set 301, 302.
For me, it's about trust.
So the relationship between race engineer and driver is super important. Andy is very methodical, is hugely experienced, and we got the chance with them, and those two are a new pairing. Kevin Berry is with us for the first time this year, but we've known each other from the pit lane for years. With Jan, that is basically new to the team. Ivan is a real team leader, and Johan, who works with him, is calm, really good team player.
What's up?
It's wet when I'm standing.
Yeah, look, you've got a nice dry patch here to get it going.
Yeah? It's just wet there and then it's going.
Now, Ted, when I walk down here, this left-hand side is drier, much drier than the right-hand side of the track, okay?
75% of the job is psychological. You know, we need to get inside the driver's head. We need for him to trust us implicitly.
And when you get that, close bond together, you can really perform as a driver and engineer together.
I lost something in the front, guys. Front left. I will try to drive in very slowly. I lost probably the upright. Okay, Ted, copy that, copy that. Yep, coming into the pit now. Okay, copy that, copy that.
The tough weekends sometimes that you have to learn from and, bring the experiences forward in the championship. Why did it go like it did? Why didn't we have the pace? Why did the car react like it did? What was the feelings when we were driving?
My role is more to say, okay guys, no panic, calm down.
Big crowd at these jumbo race days at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. 4th race weekend of the FIA WTCR.
I'm a first mechanic on Jan's car. What the engineer wants, that's spec of the car, and it's my job to tell the other mechanics what to do.
The number 1 mechanic on the car he's in charge of the car, so I communicate directly with him, and then it's for him to delegate. He has 2 guys working with him.
You and Ida on right side, me and Sean on left side.
I need to tell him on the radio, okay, we want to increase the camber by 0.2.
If you're doing the change, I'll do the tyres.
Yeah.
For me, the most important thing is communication, and it's not just about me telling an instruction. It's about me making sure that the instruction's understood. We are currently P1, 2, 3, you just dropped to P4.
I was a bit quicker than him on the 2 first lap, but without risk it was impossible, so there's no point. It was important to take points for the team.
For me, it's important to try to stay calm and keep communicating.
Good start for Lynk, but not solid enough. Has to make contact with Ted Björk, and that's not going to win. Björk had the inside line and the momentum, and down the inside goes Augusto Farfus. Luckily, Lynk tucks into second place, but that will not have earned him any brownie points with the team.
He overbraked really late, but there wasn't one car in front of me. Yeah, we understand. Carry on. So what? Something? Okay, we can swap, but tell me where you think we should do this. Main straight.
Swap positions on the main straight, please. Jan goes on the inside third one.
Why? Why?
Let's not make the discussion now. Swap positions, please.
You're much faster than Jan in the slipstream.
When he's in the car and he's having a problem, for sure the pressure goes through the roof, and sometimes you hear this on the radio.
Okay, Jan, we've been asked to swap back on the next lap because the opinion here is you pulled across too early. What the fuck? Hey, Peter? You should think about that. It's the second time now this season I fucked because of the engine. Yes, right, I understand.
Swap positions this lap into third one. Same maneuver.
What is that?
I explain you after the race.
No, you explain me nothing. You explain me nothing. The rules is for everyone, not for only one. Guys, please.
We need to take a breath and carry on.
Hey, Jan, I understand. Thank you. Keep the head down, reset. Let's go. No, thank you.
Thank you for your patience, mate. Super job. Apologies for the challenges during the race, but very professional job. Super job.
You did a good job, mate. Well done.
When I'm in the car, I'm a fighter, and like you say, I'm a dog, and you always want to win. But actually, when you step out of the car, you need to have this ability to have some objectivity and say, yeah, look at the case in the general thing, and think about it again, and then you say, okay, that was the right choice, and I will have my chance next one.
Green hell, that's what everyone calls it.
The green hell. This circuit is amazing and crazy.
It rings a bell. I mean, it's an amazing place.
It's not like a normal track.
It's unbelievable challenging.
The engagement we have to put on this circuit. The lap is almost 9 minutes. In 9 minutes, we breathe 3 times. There is a lot of tension during that lap, much more than any other circuit.
From the first lap on, you have to push already. You have to take a lot of risk.
You also have to have so much respect for it.
This requires some commitment. It takes you to another level. It asks so much from you that you can only learn.
It's hard.
More I come and faster I am, and less I like.
If you can win here, you know, you get a lot of credibility.
Ron is the eye looking of everything. He is the CEO of the company, first of all.
His role is to check and to find the solution when there is a problem.
Ivan thinks 5th gear is in 4th gear.
What?
Ron is a very experienced race engineer in his own right. He's won world titles.
They got the wrong ratios here.
Big gear,
yeah, 4th is 5th by the sounds of things.
How do we know that from the outlap or?
Yes. We're not where we want to be on the grid. It would be interesting to see this afternoon and tomorrow to see how well we can battle it.
It's Nürburgring, the venue for the 5th race weekend of the FIA WTCR, and a sunny Saturday morning under Schloss Nürburg.
Race 1 was the good starting position for me, from 5th position.
I started from P7 on the grid.
But my engine broke down in the start, nothing I could do.
I jumped them on the start, and I jumped even 1 or 2 other cars at the T1. Then I got pushed from behind, I lost 2 places, but apparently I was the only Lynk Co which survived the T1.
And I still managed to finish 11th or something like that, or 10th to get some points.
We keep it to bring the car back to P6. It was a really good result, and we knew that it was a really good result. Race 2, I started from P16, 17, 16. I had a really good start. I jumped 3 places straight away at the start.
I managed to overtake some people on the straight. I went up from 18th to 14th or something, just a couple of cars.
And then We got like squeezed in between two cars. We got like little contact between all together, and one of the fixation from the front splitter broke. So I had to box, even though if I was P13 or 12 at that time.
I made a good start actually in race 3 and got myself into like 10th, so I was looking quite good. Ivan slipped through.
I start P19, it was a big mess on the first corner. I gained a lot of place there, then I gained some other place on the GP track.
Race 3 was absolutely crazy in the beginning, in the start of it.
And then Hagloff hit me really hard and then caused some severe damage to the tyre and suspension. Ted was coming from the outside.
And when I tried to pass him on the outside, he couldn't give me the space.
Same issue than the race 2, and I had to boot DNF.
Hello everybody, welcome to Villarreal, to the streets of Portugal as we get ready for races 2 and 3 of the weekend here. Now all the cars and all the teams are lined up on the grid. For a moment of respect to one of the members of the Cyan Racing crew.
No, it was a really tough weekend for us. Started tough on the track, but also off track in the afternoon when one of our young technicians fell ill during the evening and unfortunately later on passed away at the hospital.
It was of course a hard moment.
It's very, very sad for the whole team, everybody, and it's very hard. It's very hard.
We didn't know last night if we had to continue or not, if we have to respect what it happened by not racing today.
Of course, it was a very, very big decision to make. I mean, as a project, of course, we want to continue, but it was a big tragedy for the whole team.
One of the other truckies who knows him very well since longer than us, he said he would like you carry on and be on the podium.
When we had the consent from the driver, we spoke to the team and asked if they were willing to try and do the race anyway, mostly to honor Robert and try to continue what we started early in the week.
Robert he loved this, he loves racing, and we're all here because we love racing. And it felt more right to keep racing and show that we can do this, and we have him in our thoughts.
Of course, it was a hard day, but in everything we done, we had him in our mind.
The red lights are on. Who's going to make the best start? Away we go. Good start from the front row men. Jan Aleshe gets away well. Not quite so well, Ivan Muller.
I make a good start, and after a few corners I let him go.
Okay, make sure you keep the gap correct, 5 lengths.
Montero down the inside of Attila Tashi to try and take the lead, and this is going to leave the door open for Muller. Muller can smell blood in the water. He's going the long way round. He's got the inside line. Through he goes.
I go to 3rd place, from 4th to 3rd.
Okay, the gap looks okay. Keep this gap to Ivan. Ivan will get Joker this time. The gap looks good at the moment.
Muller goes now. Aleshe's holding everybody up. He's got by Tashi. Aleshe doesn't do the Joker lap now. Comes out right behind Ivan. Tashi has vanished.
Okay, final lap.
Final time, under control. Out he comes. The checkered flag waits. For the first time since Hungary 2017, Thiago Montero wins. 2nd for Ivan Muller. 3rd for Jan Aleshe ahead of Nicolas Canal. It's a real sort out on the final lap.
Fucking awesome podium as well.
Well done, Jan, really good job. Well done. Thanks for your help there as well. Both races, proper job, very professional. Good job, well done. Yes, mate, copy that. Come on, big man.
It was a strong moment because, yeah, it's my first podium with my nephew. I start racing, it was even not planned to be born.
It's the most amazing podium I have ever done, and emotionally wise as well, for both sides, for Robert and the fact that I was sharing this with Ivan.
See what he's doing at his young age. He's a very mature guy.
Jan has been exceptional this weekend.
This weekend he did a big job for the team, helping out in the way he did.
This is the first race for the Lynk Co Cyan team in China.
Ivan Muller is going to take his first win of the season.
If there is one race to win, it's this one.
That's a tick in the case, actually. The Chinese car winning Chinese track in China.
That's really, really important. And you can think here, yeah, Lynk Co, China, Ningbo, manufacturer. This is what we, that brings so much, joy to the team.
It was nice to be back out front again in a World Touring Car race.
I tried to get a good jump. Norby didn't want that, closed the door.
Turn 3, when it went wide, I could use the opportunity.
I arrived in the mess in T5, and I don't know, someone from behind just smashed me big time. I almost crashed the car.
Corner number 9, Farfus just braked so late and went straight into my door.
Obviously doors and the side sills got some fairly big damage on it.
And then some more chaos.
Safety car. Safety car will be in this lap, okay? Safety car will be in this lap. And start getting some overtaking done. Come on, let's have a bit of fun.
Katzberg was making my life so difficult. He just held me back. It was no way that I was going to be able to, do something.
So he lifted off, he let me pass, and then we went through like this, and for me I was already P5 at that moment. I was very pleased with that situation. And then I saw on the front it was Andy, the 2 Hyundai plus the Seat of Orlov, and I knew something will happen.
I had an issue with the front grip. Of course, then I was defending heavily, and then there was big contact which took me out of the race. You have to pass. It's a high pressure moment. In fact, I did everything possible to avoid Norby coming back on the track. This is touring car racing. It was fair.
And then I got some justice in the end.
Crazy maneuver from the guy outside. Stupid maneuver.
They went together so hard and I could overtake them. So that was really nice and, crucial for the points.
Okay, they went off and I was P3. Perfect. Thank you very much.
It's all right.
You let him by, right?
Okay, Daniel, yeah, once we've done the change of tyres on, we will go. The track is green again. Fuck, we don't have time. Okay, Jan, we're really tight on time for this toe change. We only have 1 minute. I think we just have to fit the tyres and go.
You look really nervous, why?
Green flag at the back.
The scenario was to start well, both of us, and if is that the case, Jan stay behind and protect me.
Yeah, I passed Norby, and I had Ted in front of me. It was really good positioning for us.
So difficult, with 3 exactly the same colored Hyundais, worst competition.
We did both a perfect start because we have quite a lot of margin with the guys behind us, which made us in a safe position for the upcoming corners.
When you know you have your teammate and especially Jan behind you, you can be a bit more confident.
I overtook Esteban. He got a problem. I don't know what caused it.
And then on the exit of 6, I had a big contact from behind, which put me sideways in 5th gear. So there's not a lot you can do. Managed to fight the car and straighten up, but yeah, I mean, it damaged my suspension so badly that I had to drive the whole race with a damaged car.
And there was a safety car. Then we start again. And another safety car.
Again.
And I was securing Ivan's back.
And then Gabriel Tarquini came back, he pushed hard to try to catch up, but because we had 4 or 5 laps where we were looking after the tire, then we had some extra grip and we could keep the gap.
Welcome to Suzuka in Japan.
When you put 30 cars on the 60-second lap, that's a car every 2 seconds, and the fact to be the first one out of the pit lane cost us a lot of time and a lot of stress as well, because we never could do a lap time.
First quali we were quite good when it was like raining a lot.
On this lap I arrived on the last sector. I had a car trying to overtake me on the right. It was 2 or 3 cars on the front. But the view was very bad, and then I braked just too late because I couldn't see the corner. I looked up, I went on aquaplaning, I didn't slow down at all.
I'm not sure how many times in his career Ivan Muller's been responsible for a red flag, but I bet you could count it on the fingers of one hand. And when drivers of that experience go off...
Yeah, it was a big hit, a very big one. We just had time to repair the car. Well done to the boys, because to be honest, I thought the weekend was over after I hit the barrier.
But they just lower the car, they're not allowed to touch the car, so you have to park it.
I take a reasonable start, I avoid any crashes and stuff during the first few laps.
I start P25. I think I overtook at least 1 car every 2 laps.
He came like few places behind me. I try to help him to grab as many points as possible, and then I cover just his back.
Every point is important. I came back from 25 to 13, and then they let me pass, so I finished P11.
I have you in front of me. Sticky behind me. Let's consider to let Sticky pass. Are you okay with him? Okay, now be on the main street. Sticky will pass you. Okay, Andy, they've released Katzberg to have a go. Cheers, Katzberg behind.
Here, off goes Prio. Prio goes off, and that might bring out the safety car.
I'm sorry, but I cannot anticipate the driver going 50 meters, maybe more even earlier than normal on brakes. And he's a nice guy, but shame for him, but I can't do anything about it.
What he did was a professional foul. To swap positions, then to hit me the next lap and then swap back the next lap. I mean, that shows you what his intention is. Disappointing behaviour, that's what I would say, very disappointing. This kind of behaviour needs to stop. It's very unprofessional. It's your choice at the end of the day how you want to race.
I believe the stewards are doing everything they can to just, stop that progression, because as a race driver you want to win fairly. I just want to wish, as we are professional drivers, that it wasn't intentional.
Good morning and welcome back to Suzuka for the final day of action here.
I had 2 good strong races again. I need to find my way to perform and my window.
And try to be as consistent as I can, pick the points I can, and I managed to do that, staying in top 5 in all the races. But it's so hard, we're fighting. I saw it, I was behind the Hyundais today on the straight, and they're just disappearing on the straight. And It would be so difficult going to Macau and Sepang next with all these long straights because we cannot fight them on that, and it's been going on all the year. If we have the same power, our car is a sedan, so our shape of the car should be a little bit faster on the straight. No way. I only feel like I'm in defensive position of fighting off them from behind, and I have no possibility to go for the front. So it's nothing we can do about it, unless they get the same power as 97.5 as we have.
They are supposed to be on 97 like we are, but on the straight they are much faster than us.
Ted Björk in 5th position, Norbert Michelisz in 9th. Our 3rd and 2nd in the standings, Guerrieri, the runner-up here, is the points leader, and Muller finishes in 15th place, 1 point. The championship leader changes again. Muller now drops to 4th, Askana still 5th, and Guerrieri leads from Japan as we now head to Macau in a month's time.
Macau was just always a very special place for me.
The driver with the most points to be able to win the championship, we support that. The whole team support that, and we do everything we can just to get the points.
There's 2 different types of tarmac up to that white line. This looks grippier, but it doesn't mean that it is.
The first race is that always a big tension in the air.
Esteban Guerrieri starting at last on the grid. He has been dropped to the back of the grid.
I had Michelisz just right behind me. He was pushing. Macau, if you don't push, you can lose the focus and do a mistake. If you push too much, you can do a mistake as well.
I had a really good getaway from the grid, overtook the Alpha.
Ted Björk's been given a spot by Jan Erlaché, so Björk moves up to 6th.
I dropped back behind Ted to defend him.
I was in 3rd and I would have finished 3rd, but
And look, Prio's pulled out wide. Is he dropping back behind Ted Björk? I think he is. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what the team needed to do. So Björk will move up to 5th. More points.
And he won 1. Really good start for the team.
Jan Erlaché and Andy Prio have sacrificed points for themselves to give Lynk Co's 2 championship contending drivers as much of a chance as they could.
Race 2. Just good start, tucked in behind Jan. If you connect yourself to the car in front, you will go a lot faster. It went a 3-car train because Ivan did a fantastic start.
I did a couple of corners in the lead, which I enjoyed quite a lot.
I did a perfect start, again straight away 2 places, and then on the front it was Jan and Ted. The scenario was clear.
Yeah, Ted, they're looking to switch with Ivan, okay?
So in the first lap, easy, Jan let me by. And Ivan was just behind me, so it was really easy, just send him.
It was a tough race actually. I had both Audis really pushing me.
When you have to drop away, you know, you are like in your head in the lead of a race, and then you have to drop back. It's tough to like put everything together again and say, okay, now I'm going for the fight again.
I started from the front row and I knew that I needed to make a great start. I really was precise with the lights and everything was really on the edge as close as I could to the white line on the start. I managed to get in front of Rob by less than a few millimeters, really, centimeters, so everything was perfect.
Getting the drag on the Golf and he gets by, and it's Prio that leads from Huff.
That wasn't the end of the race, you know, he was really pushing me hard and I needed to be absolutely perfect with my braking because Rob was just always watching me, ready to jump. But I feel calm when I'm racing out front. It's a strange feeling.
Andy Prio is going to win.
It was nice to win again after 9 years away. There's no better feeling to win. To do the cooling down lap in Macau when you've won a race, it's really special.
Esteban Guerrieri finished in 10th, Norbert Michelisz in 12th. Sunday has not been their day. Comprehensively, Ivan Muller has wiped the floor with them in terms of points.
It's not often that you can be pleased when the teammates win, and honestly I'm really pleased for him because he really deserves it.
For the last time, it's the 2019 FIA World Touring Car Cup. This four-way scrap is what we've all been waiting for, between four big names: Norbert Michelis, Esteban Guerrieri, Ivan Muller and Ted Bjork. Norbert Michelis, pole position at exactly the right moment, and Ivan Muller down in 16th, Jan Erlacher way down in 24th, Andy Prio and Ted Bjork way down in 27th and 28th on the grid.
There is three tenths maybe in the car, but it's probably 6 tenths because of the 30 kilos.
Yeah, it's a long lap.
It's a long lap, it's a normal circuit, it's not like Macau that the driver does the difference.
And we are qualifying under lights. This is potentially a championship title. Across the line, what can Muller do? No speed at all. This car just doesn't work at Sepang. It's a shame, but there it is.
In touring car racing, where you start is so influential about how many points you will get.
We were losing points at a much faster rate than we imagined beforehand.
What do you say to that? 2 rounds ago, Ningbo, Suzuka, Macau,
yeah, but
they were so fast.
The BOP, the balance of performance, Jake, it swings roundabouts.
That's going to be such an incredible final race, isn't it? Muller and Bjork are still in contention, but it's starting to look harder and harder to achieve.
We're race drivers, we're a race team. We're leading the team championship. It's the first year with a brand new car, brand new manufacturer. You know, we want to go out on a high. Let's try and do the races. Whatever it takes, let's go for it.
Cyan Racing are actually teetering on the brink here. BRC Hyundai have a massive opportunity to close them up over those 3 races. It could be a bit of a shock on Sunday evening.
There is some spot of water. We need information from Ron.
What does it say?
I don't know what to say. It's in the edge.
It's just if it's raining again or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about this.
It's quite dark there. Sorry? Minimum is wet on the rear. Minimum. Maybe it's a 4, so you can put, I think, the wet on the rear already. I don't know.
Heavy rain by what?
Full wet, everywhere. Full wet.
Oh, we can walk with the car.
Sorry? So we have 3 minutes.
That was the good choice because most of the grid was on slick and wet, and normally majority are always white, but not on that moment. And I thought on the grid, okay, calm down, there is no rush, end of the race, we will be on the front.
We are probably one of few.
Good start initially from Marching Hua. I think Nestor Girolamo is going to out-drag him to the first corner though, but there is a lot of standing water. It's a very slow start as they all pile towards the first corner. Come on!
Oof.
Looks like one of the Lynk Co's has gone off. They can't see a thing. Oh, carnage, carnage! Carnage into the hairpin, 2 and 3 of them going off. Certainly one of the Hyundais, 2 of the Hyundais are in there, and yes it is Norby! Norby's in the grass!
My race is over. Oh no.
Stop, shut up.
Guys,
Red flag. I know, but...
go on first. Okay, it's red flag.
No!
You want to come here and,
Yeah!
repair my rear wheel.
Yes, red flag. We have a chance, Ivan. Red flag.
Oh my word! Katzberg on fire.
You will not go to see him, right?
Oh, easy. Oh, easy.
No.
Don't miss me.
No, don't do it.
Nicky. Big champion. I will remember that.
turn 1, I had a hit from the back, from the side, turn 4, another one. The car was smashed everywhere, my head was like this. I was, oh. On the hairpin corner, I braked just slightly too late, I went in the grass.
Is he still in the race or is he off?
I came back.
My car was absolutely fantastic in the last race.
He needs protection from Jan. Ted needs protection.
Race 3, I start 18. After one lap, I was P9.
Jan is going to go after Tarquini, okay?
Fortunately, Ted was in front of me to score some important points.
In terms of points, we really need one Hyundai to move backwards. I know you're on limited time with your tyres, but we need to do everything we can.
Unfortunately, we got a safety car quite long and the track dry. And then it was too dry for the wets, so I was just like going backwards.
If he's dropping off when Andy gets there, we can take over protecting about.
But then 2-3 laps from the end, my rear tires were gone.
What do we need to do? We need to try and back. 15.
20, we're still at 20. We're 21 points ahead.
Drop behind your van. He's still 15. Yes. Yeah, drop behind your van. He's 15.
And Andy was on the front, and then he left off to give me a point.
It was just an overwhelming emotion.
We won the championship the first year with the Chinese brand, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
You can only be the first one in anything, delivering the first manufacturer title to Lynk Co of all other Chinese manufacturers. Nobody can topple that ever.
I think we are part of it with Andy. Cyan Racing and Lynk Co is champion, and we will have another go next year.
A huge result for Jan Erlechet, Lynk Co in second place.
I started racing, he was even not planned to be born.
It's the most amazing podium I have ever done.
You have a team that has taken 4 titles in 3 years in 2 different regulations for 3 different brands. I don't think any other touring car team has managed that.
Ivan Muller is going to take his first win of the season.
I'm very proud for the team. New manufacturer, very competitive season. It's never been done before, and it will always be the first to have achieved that.
Andy Prio is going to win.
What makes this project so unique is that it was an international R&D project in Fast Forward, where you basically merge cultures, drivers, team, different continents.
To win races is really hard. To win a championship is almost impossible.